guys, I'm Chloe Rom, and this is Let's Cluck About Chicken. This episode, I had the best time exploring a feed mill with Jillian Capaldo, the feed mill superintendent at Mount Air Farms, to answer the question of, what do chickens eat? Before I begin, it would be really awesome if you could take the surveys that I have linked down below before watching the video. So, I'll give you a minute to go and do that. Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking my before survey, and make sure you take the survey after as well, just so that I know that I am presenting the videos in a good enough way so that you guys are learning something. One more thing before I do start, and I know you guys are all like, Chloe, can we just get on with it already? I know, but I do want to say that I did film a lot of the videos on my phone, so the formatting got a little bit messed up, so I need you guys to bear with me for this video and a few videos coming forward. So I'm going to just jump right on into it. So the first thing that I had to do was put on some safety gear. Here I am wearing a hard hat and an orange safety vest. Safety is something taken very seriously at Mount Air, and Jillian even has gotten a safety award. So the first thing that they need to do is they need to collect all of the ingredients needed for the chicken food, also known as feed. They get deliveries from other farms with corn and soybeans. They store them in giant containers in the feed mill, which we will see later. They also get deliveries from bakeries, like big bakeries that make cookies and cakes and such. Like, look, like this cookie, like the Oreo. They're my favorite. These large-scale bakeries try to supply the feed mill with these ingredients to help with their waste management. The chickens also don't eat straight-up cookies and cakes like we see them. They get them in smaller amounts for their carbohydrate.
So this is our main truck ingredient pit. We receive in ingredients by bulk, by trucks here. So what happens is they come here and they back through these yellow pillars. Right now the train's kind of blocking them, so they wouldn't be back in right now.
So the train comes through with ingredients as well?
Yes, well mainly what we receive on rail cars is soybean meal, so meal from the soybeans. And
yeah, right now it kind of smells like bread.
Yeah, I think we just had a bakery.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I think that. So this is our main ingredient warehouse for bagged ingredients. So basically what we have here are what we call our micro ingredients. We get them in bags, usually 50 to 55 pounds. These are taken up to the third floor and put into a micro system.
Just like in the human body, the chickens need to get the right amount of macronutrients and micronutrients. An example of a macronutrient would be like protein and stuff, and micronutrients would be like your vitamins and your minerals that you want to have in smaller amounts.
An easy way for our panel operator to know what we have, so when he does inventory in the morning, he doesn't have to walk all the way over to the other warehouse, because he takes an inventory every single morning.
The ingredients go to the top floor of the feed mill where the mixers and the bins are.
This floor, this is the top floor of the mill, this is the 5th floor. So what we do here is all these little bin lids here, they all hold a different ingredient inside.
What we just saw were the mixers and the bins where the ingredients are kept until they are ready to be mixed into feed. We then went to the panel room where they control all of the formulas for making the feed.
We've changed everything over the computer. So these here have still got the wires in them and still got the connections, but it's going to our PCs.
Computers here, we run pretty much everything in this mill from this room. So we make the feed on this screen, we pick the formulas that we're going to use, put them through the mill, they go through all these different machines.
Mentioned that they had moved everything from the original panels onto their PCs or computers. It is very interesting because ag has changed so much that now a lot of farms can be controlled through their phone. Mentioned that they make different types of feed. This is because baby chicks eat like more of a mushed up kind of feed, and then chickens that are going to be grown for meat need different nutrients than the ones of baby chicks.
So this is what the dye looks like more or less inside of it.
Oh, wow.
We just changed dyes, so this is the old dye we were using. You can kind of see how the feed is broken off into these pellets. Yep, that's how it looks in the machine, except it's going really, really fast. So.
Wow, so it almost like cuts them up too.
Yep. Mama is called our cooler. So what it does is just like the name suggests. The pellets come out of the pellet mill and they're really hot and sticky. So they go on this bed. It's got 2 beds in it. one going one way, one going the other. They drop down and it cools them down so that they're hardened and easy for the birds to eat and also not sticky, you know.
Finally, after it's cooled, we have the final product, which is called pellets. So here's the finished product.
Here, I'll take some out so you can see the pellets.
Yeah, you can grab it.
Touch
These
it,
are samples, yeah.
So you can see the pellets in there. See how they're pelletized? Yeah. Yep. That's what we mean by the good pellet.
Feed in form of pellets gets loaded onto a truck and gets sent to a farm or a hatchery for the chickens to eat.
But you can see the feed comes down here in these little loadout holders. They can move back and forth. And the truck can put the feed in different pockets of.
Jillian also told me a little bit about her background and how she originally went to college for pre-vet and then joined the Mountaire training program and found out that she loved the feed. Then I asked her what her favorite part of her job is. What is your favorite part about working here at the feed mill?
I like my team. I mean, it sounds kind of cliche, but I just really love the people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a really good team here. I love my manager, John. He's a really great guy. Richie's awesome to work with. He's like I said, the grain assistant manager. It just in the process. I mean, I like what we do. You know, I love what we do. We do a really great thing, help feed the world.
Feeding the world. That, my friends, is a very powerful note to leave off on, and it's true when you really think about it, because the feed mill is supplying the food for the chickens to eat, and then we ultimately end up eating the chickens. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to complete the after survey down below and like and subscribe. Also, join me next week for part 2 of the feed mill, where we meet a truck driver, the feed mill manager, and we talk about the Mountaire training program.